It's been a great evening. Thank you very much for coming down and help us share his memories and fill in the forms if you've got a story to tell. I just want to introduce Ian Prowse from Amsterdam. These two have been christened Starsky and Hutch. It's Carl from the farm, Shay from the Lady Killers, and Luke, first time on drums. I've asked Ian to do Does This Train Stop on Merseyside? A sense compilation of Liverpool artists to John Peel, and John picked out Ian's song, and Ian can tell you why.
Cheers, Phil. I think it was in about 2004. Phil compiled 40 songs from Liverpool, and he knew John Peel, so he sent this CD of 40 songs, which were songs from Liverpool and about Liverpool, all connected. And Peel started playing our song, Does This Train Stop on Merseyside? And at that actual point, I was in the fucking gutter, and I couldn't get arrested after being in Pele and all that, and we couldn't get anywhere. But because John picked up on the song, we got a record deal, and then now actually make a living out of it, which is quite unbelievable. So if it wasn't for the Picket and Phil of Hayes, I probably wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you for Phil. Cheers, Phil! And he's asked me to tell this quick story about my favourite memory of the Picket, which is when we formed Pele and we'd been signed to Polydor Records in 1991, and we were playing at the old Picket, and we put out our first single, which is called Raid the Palace, and we were on tour, and our last show of the tour, our first ever tour, was going to be at the Picket. And unbeknown to us, Radio 1 had put it on the A-list, and so it was getting blasted out of every chip shop and every whatever. Even though it was an anti-royalist song, they decided to put it on because I don't think they understood the lyrics, they just liked the tune. And so we came to play the Picket the last night of the tour, and the place was sold out, and they were all going fucking mad. And halfway through the gig, I could see Phil at the side of the stage in the old Picket, and he was shouting at me, and I'm thinking, Phil, leave me alone. This is what I've always wanted, and you're kicking off about something or other. And in the end, he got so excited, he came onto the stage and he said, "You've got to stop the gig." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, there's 300 people all jumping in unison, and downstairs in the bar, everybody's fled because it looks as though the ceiling is going to come through. And do you know," and he started rambling on, and we're in the middle of the show, and I went, What the fuck are you talking about, Phil? And he went, "Well, do you know when soldiers are walking across a bridge, they've got to break step, otherwise the momentum they create destroys the bridge." I went, "I'm in the middle of a gig and you're talking about like there's a war going on or something." So anyway, he stopped the gig, because the place was packed, and I had to say, "Can everybody stop dancing, please?" And Phil just went, "I've got a better idea, play something in 3/4. So we had to play the rest of the set in our tunes in 3/4 so people couldn't fucking dance. So that's my overriding memory of the Picket. Anyway, I've just formed a band backstage with Luke on drums. And I have the great Hunter Dynasty with me. Oh, it needs tuning. Hang on. I've Carl Hunter from the Forum playing bass with me, for the much more talented and sexier and better looking son of his, Shay from the Lady Killers.